Hello and welcome to Greedy MTG, the world's finest Magic the Gathering YouTube channel created by a 5th grader. Today I'll be playing Standard, and I'll be playing Sultai Control. So it's a blue-black-green control deck, where the reason I'm playing green is for Rakshas's Bargain, which is a 2 in black, 2 in green, 2 in blue card that is an instant. It says look at the top 4 cards of your library, put 2 of them in your hand and the rest in a graveyard. What I really like about this card is, for one, it's instant speed. And for 2, it works with all the graveyard synergies, and you also don't need all the colors because you can pay 2 instead of a color. And the other card I'm splashing for is Fangkeeper Familiar. It's 1 black, green, blue, 3/3 flash. When it enters the battlefield, choose 1. Gain 3 and surveil 3. Destroy target enchantment and counter target creature spell. Usually I'll be using counter target creature spell or the gain 3 surveil 3, but if there are some enchantments Font has, then I can blow them up. Usually I'll save it for the counter target creature spell, but if opponent just passes and does nothing, I'll usually just play out as 4-mon 3/3 gain 3 surveil 3. There's also Mariner Regent, which I have 4 of. I really like that it's usually going to be used as a 4 mana, draw 3, discard 1, instant speed Omen. But I really like that sometimes you could just play as 6 mana, 6/7 flying and start being opponent down, plus you bounce 2 things. I also am playing 4 Horned Lock Wheels. You can use it for Lagoon Beach, which is a adventure. You spend 1 in blue instant, return the owner of target attacking creature, puts on top or a bomb with their choice. And then you can later play as 6 mana, 6/6 flash, ward 2, enters tapped unless it's my turn. Usually I'll be playing on opponent's turn, so enters tapped, but if I need blockers, I'll play on my turn. I really like that it's a huge creature that has flash. Like, I have some flash creatures like Tishana's Tiebinder and Fangkeeper Familiar, but they are small, and Hornlock Whale is big. Plus, Mariner Regent, I usually like better, but the fact that it doesn't have flash makes it a little less strong. As I said, I have Tishana's Tiebinder, which is good. It's 2 in blue, 3/2. When it enters, counter target activate or trigger ability. If a artifact creature planeswalker's ability is countered this way, it loses all abilities for as long as Tishana's Tiebinder leaves is on the battlefield. I only have 2 of these, but it's super good at shutting down planeswalkers, and it's just a flash creature that can block. I have 2 Shoot the Sheriffs, which kills creatures, and unlike Go for a Throw, it kills artifact creatures in case I run into an artifact deck. Plus I already have 4 Go for a Throw, so it's like a backup one. There is one problem with this. There are a lot of decks that play Soulstone Sanctuary, and because they're every type, they are technically an outlaw, which is a downside of Shoot the Sheriff. But I think it's still just good enough to have this type of almost unconditional removal that it's worth playing 2 of. I have 4 Go for Throats, premium removal. Of course, it's really bad against artifacts, but there aren't very many artifact creatures. There's Anoint with Infliction, which I have 2 of, which is 2 mana except for a creature from my way through West, because I don't have any any poison counter cards. But it's really good against Jeskai Oculus, because it exiles their Oculus, so they can't bring it back. And it kills basically anything in their deck, because they want Mavi through West for Helping Hand and Recommission. For Dispelling Exhales, it's 2 more counter unless you pay 2, unless you Behold Dragon, which is Mariner Regenerate deck. Then it's counter unless you pay 4. And counter unless you pay 2 is already fine, and counter unless you pay 4 is a big upside. When I draw my Mariner Regent, I have 3 cutdowns to slow down the aggro decks and 2 3-step heads as counter spells in the early game, and in the late game they could draw cards, create tokens or copies of stuff, and counter creatures when you have a lot of mana. Plus, I have my lands here. I have 3 basic lands, so if I draw some in an opponent's demolition field, I could be in trouble. But that is the deck. I would just jump right into the gameplay. I hope this deck does well, but I'm testing it out right now. I really think Rakshasa Bargain Fangkeeper's Familiar makes it worth splashing green for. This hand is good. I'll definitely keep it. I have 2 removal spells and a card draw spell. Turn 1, I'll go Undersea Sewers to Surveil 1. Turn 2, Botanical Sanctum. Weave Up Gopher Throat. Turn 3, play a land. Weave Up the other Gopher Throat. And turn 4, I play Mariner Regent. Opponent is leading with a Mountains with Spear. That is bad for me because I am on the draw. I drew an Underground Mortuary. I'll still play the Undersea Sewers though. Surveil 1. I will keep a Rakshasa Bargain even though it isn't great. Opponent plays the Ember Challenger. They have a really aggressive start. I'm already down 16. I'll just play Botanical Sanctum and pass. The opponent plays Mountain and goes combat. Attacks for 3. Felonious Rages their Ember Challenger. I will just go for Throat their Challenger then. Looks like opponent has something else. It might be a Turn Inside Out. It's just another Felonious Rage, so they're going to hit me for 5 right now. That is scary. They exiled Slick Shot, but luckily they played Felonious Rage, which is a mistake. And they have Carousel Sword, so I am already down to 5, and they still have a 2/2. Not the best situation for me ever, I have to admit. I will just play Underground Mortuary, Surveil 1, and keep a Hornlock Wheel, and pass the turn. I hope they don't have too much direct burn, because that could get me. Just play Blooming Marsh and pass. I really need to find my counter spell so opponent can't kill me with direct burn. Opponent just passing, so they probably drew a pump spell or a land. Dispelling Exhale is good, and the Sheriff is also good. I drew a Undersea Sewers. I'll just play that here. And Rakshasa Bargain is fine. And I will just pass. Opponent just passing, I'll just go my turn and pass. Opponent keeps doing nothing. I am fine with playing that game. I'll just play a Rakshasa Bargain. Get top 4, get Hornlock Wheel, and a Swamp. And then go my turn. I'll play Swamp and pass. I have plenty of action now, so I could start playing my creatures. I just play a Hornlock Wheel. Well, actually, they could have some burn spell. I'll just Coil and Catch to draw 3, discard 1. Discard a Blooming Marsh and go to my turn. Now it should be safe to just play a Hornlock Wheel. And pass. I had to kill them quick before they can burn me out of the game. Which I have to assume will happen pretty quickly. I'm trying to always hold up the spell in Exhale in case I have like a Burst Lightning with Kicker or something like that. I I wish I drew a 3 steps ahead. That would make things a lot easier for me. The opponent may or may not be kind of salty right now. Opponent used multiple timeouts right now. And this is their last one. And it's out. So the opponent will do nothing now. My turn. Now I get a win. But went our way, scoop combat attack, and opponent's going to keep roping. And how this works is after a little bit, they have another imaginary timeout. When it runs out again, they will just lose the game. Okay, there it is. If they don't come back, then when this timeout runs out, they will concede. And there's a concession. Okay, I'm pretty happy about that one. The opponent had a pretty aggressive start, but my removal and the opponent not being there really helped me. The counter spell made me feel way safer. Because I knew, like, I wouldn't just suddenly die to kicked burst lightning into lightning strike or something. This hand is also good. I have removal spell, card draw spell, Fangkeeper familiar, so counter spell. Opponent just plays a island and passes. I will play a Blooming Marsh and pass. Opponent plays Shivan Reef and a Reverberant Summons. Opponent's doing something spicy. I'll play a Botanical Sanctum and pass. Opponent plays a Sleight of Hand. And a Spiral Buff Canal and a Storm Chaser's Talent. Turns on their reverberating summons. I'm going to attack with it. I will just Hornlock Whale it. Or Lagoon Beach it. The opponent has Shore Up from the look of it. Oh, Spell Pierce, that makes sense too. Okay. I take 3. And then I'll just play Hedge Maze and leave up Cut Down for their Otter out. Graveyard the Dark Shores. And then pass. Opponent plays a Stalk Up. In response, I'll cut down their Otter. They play Island and play Storm Chaser's Talent, which will turn on their summons again. Their summons has been pretty impressive, I have to say. I drew a Botanical Sanctum, which is a tap land, so not great for me. I will just play a Underground River and pass. Leaving up Fangkeeper's Familiar and Rakshasa's Bargain. But I'll basically, no matter what, play a Fangkeeper's. Opponent plays another Stalk Up. That is not good for me at all. They play Island and play a Slave Hand. Opponent has so much card selection. It's really annoying. Turns on the summons. Attack with both. I'll just play Familiar. Gain 3, Surveil 3. I will Graveyard the Raksasa's Bargain and keep both of the other ones in this order. And then I'll block the summons and hope they don't have Monstrous Rage. Okay, they don't play anything, which is good for me. I'll just play land number wastes and pass. The Hornlock Wheel should hopefully be good. They play a Quarry Steelker. Okay. Not good for me. And play another Quarry Steelker. Okay, things getting worse by a second. Okay. I'll play a Rakshasa bargain right now. That was fine, but not great. I think I get 3 steps ahead and Mariner Regent. I will Hornlock Wheel their Otter. And take 2. Gloomlike Verge off the top was amazing, so I can play the Mariner of Regent and bounce their Monk. And then I will pass. Bouncing anything else would make it a lot easier for them to trigger Flurry. And I don't want that. Next turn, I can 3 steps ahead, counter something, and create a token its copy of Mariner of Regent. So I hopefully stabilized, but their Storm Chaser's talents will be really, really annoying. They're going to be able to get a lot of stock ups. They play a Burst Lightning kicked to my face. I'm down to 7, and a Burst Lightning to my face. Create a couple Monks with Quarry. And they pass. I will play a Bloomy Marsh. Go combat. I will attack for 6. And pass. Opponent plays another Quarry Steelker. Okay. I will just play a 3 steps ahead to create a token copy of something and counter the Quarry Steelker. Oh. Mariner of Regent enters. I'll bounce a Monk and the other Monk. And then I have lethal. Because opponent can activate Storm Chaser's talent to bring back a card, but the card won't save them. They could get me down to 1, but that's not lethal. So they deal 2 damage to my face, so I go down 3, and then they get 2 Monks. And they attack for 4 by block 1 and flip, then take 2 down to 1, and then I just attack and kill a opponent. And that was impressive. I beat a Is It Quarry deck, which is right now the most popular deck in Meta. And I did get slightly lucky top decking the land, untapped land from Mariner of Regent, but still. Really happy I was able to pull that off. It was looking really dicey. I had to go down 1. This hand is good. I don't have green mana, but as I said, I can pay 2 mana and instead of paying green, so I can cast Rakshasa Bargain. Roll removal card draw. Pretty good hand. Opponent leads with a mountain. They are some type of aggressive deck. They play a Bolt Wave turn 1, so they are Is It. Top deck to Bloomy Marsh, which is good. There Is It because Mono Red doesn't usually play Bolt Wave. They could be some weird red deck, but they're probably Is It. Oh, maybe not. They just played another mountain, so they might not be Izzet. I expected them to play Izzet because only Izzet decks play Volt Wave, but maybe not because they just played Meowful Mouse. I'll cut down the Meowful Mouse and then go to my turn. I'll play Gloomlake Verge and pass. I can either Rakshasa Bargain or play Go for a Throat, either one, and then the next turn I can play Island or Underground River and play a Fangkeeper Familiar to either gain 3, Surveil 3, or cast a or counter a creature spell. They play another mountain, so it looks like they're Maw Red, but for some reason they're playing Volt Wave. And they play a Ember Challenger, okay. I'll just take the hit and play Rakshasa Bargain. Okay. I take Sean's Tiebinder and take Underground Mortuary. Not great. I hit 3 lands, but at least I got them out of the way. Drawing a Hornlock Whale was good, though. I will play Island and pass the turn. This way I can either play Go for a Throat and play Lagoon Beach, or play Fangkeeper Familiar. Just makes it so I have a lot more options. Then I could play Underground Mortuary and do the one that I didn't do. Opponent plays a Heartfire Hero. Okay. I could Fangkeeper Familiar that, but I think it's fine. Opponent puts counter on Heartfire Hero, okay. I could counter it with Sean's Tiebinder, but I don't think it's worth it. Opponent attacks, I'll just go for I'll just pass the blockers. Go for a Throat, then Ember Challenger. And Lagoon Beach there for Fire Hero. And take 0 damage. I do feel like they have a monster trade right now. So that's why I didn't want to play a Fangkeeper Familiar. They're just playing like they had it. They left up 1 mana multiple turns in a row. And they didn't play anything into open mana. I'll play Underground Mortuary now. Surveil, keep 8 Sean's Tiebinder on top. Go combat and pass. This turn I'll be able to Fangkeeper Familiar. Next turn I'll be able to Marine River Jan. Turn after I will be able to double Sean's Tiebinder. Opponent plays a Heartfire Hero. I will just Fangkeeper Familiar, counter it. And opponent's just passing, which is a good sign for me. I'll go combat. And I think I can start attacking. Attack with Fangkeeper Familiar. And opponent skips it up. That was really good. So I beat 3 aggro decks, 2 mono red decks, I believe, and 1 Izzet deck. So I will stop here. It is a short video, I know, but I don't want to make it any longer because with control decks, what happens usually is the games can go fast, but then if I run into one control mirror, the game's going to be way slower, and it could take like half hour, even longer, so I don't want to play more. I'll just stop here at 3-0. I'm really happy with how his deck played. Is it Corey and Mono Red are like the two most popular decks right now in Standard, and he's able to beat all of them? Super happy about that. I had a couple variants of his deck. The first one played Beanstalk to go with Rakshas's Broken and this town with like Nowhere Runs and Grim Baubles and Hopeless Nightmares, but that deck did not play as well. My second version was really similar to his deck list, but didn't play Hornlock Whales and didn't play Tishana's Tiebinders. But I actually really liked Tishana's Tiebinder and Hornlock Whale. Tishana's Tiebinder is super good against Corey. Like, they create a token, and then you play it to counter the token creation. So now you denied them of a creature, and you have a blocker, and now you're like, well, I don't really want to block with this, because they already killed a creature, or counter a creature, And if I just let it live, then their Corey Steel card will do nothing for the rest of the game, which is super good for me. Plus, the Hornlock Whales played really well as being a flash creature, which is super useful. The fact that it's super big and flashy. Plus, just the 2-mana Lagoon Beach mode was super useful, because sometimes one has tokens and sometimes they just bomb it. And either way, it's a really good 2-for-1, because later it's a creature, and then earlier it bounces something, and it doesn't bounce it to your hand. So if they bottom it, then it's basically just removal. If it's token, it's removal. If they top it, then it's one less card from to draw because you're putting it on top of your deck. So it's a really good 2-for-1. I'm really happy I included it in the deck. And super happy with how his deck went. I'm really happy that I decided to play 25 lands. I had a different version as 24 lands. And I just feel like hitting land drops is one of the most important things in a control deck. And playing extra lands is not that big of a deal when you have a lot of selective card draw, like Rakshas's Bargain, Fangkeeper's Familiar Surveils, and the Mariner Regent and 3 Steps Head lets you discard away lands. Plus, there are some Reveal lands, which are lands that also can filter your draws, get rid of other lands, and, do something. That will be it for today. See you next time on Greedy MTG.